All right, so hopefully I didn't miss anything. I had to rewatch the video like 3 times. Not really, but like I was mad because I tried to skip to the end. But what if Deku had a quack cat quirk part two? Deku dummy rich in this one. He got bands, like not big body, but like he got bands. So that means he's able to make his own hero outfit. His mom gave him some basic designs, but quick thing, after he ate so many cats, his ears were always cat-like, and his tail was, just breathing and stuff. Yeah. Surprisingly, his physique is more masculine than feminine, which is very unique. I don't know all the felines for his feline force quirk, basically, but we are just going to say like if I say he activates the power aspect of it, that's like a tiger. Cheetah's more on the speed factor. I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess a cheetah could be on the agility aspect too. But the reason I say house cat is because of house cats are smaller, so it kind of changes his structure a little bit. So he's able to do more agility based things and be more lighter per se. Okay, yeah. So after Bakugo get folded, they're like, what? So what is this dude's quirk called? It's like some people call it the cat quirk, some people call it the feline quirk. It's like, wow, it's a pretty powerful quirk. Everyone's saying. Ida is like, yes, very interested in the who knew that felines could be such a formidable opponent or something. You know how Ida talk. Yeah, so they eventually do everything. Everything happens like it does in canon. Now we are going to get to the point to where that they are USJ, and then he's like, y'all got me played. And so he like takes a stance. His legs go from normal legs to like dummy buff to dummy hairy on some tiger or about to pounce flow. So his legs kind of look like that one bunny girl in the manga. If y'all know what I mean, cool. If you don't, oh well. So his legs are just like bulking out, like it was every day was leg day, and he pounces like dead on and pounces and like immediately just cocks back and told Zawa, get ready, the villains are here. And like he swings his arm back, like he went all the way from yesterday and just he was charging that baddie boy up. So what he does is he blends it out because he's perfecting something new. He blends it out to where he switches from like speed to power to agility to like he keeps constantly switching. But he's getting to a point to where he doesn't need to switch and he'll be able to access them almost instantly. And I'll say he still needs to switch, right? For the simple fact is he can't use his agility if he's got all these bulking muscles. And he can't use his big body muscles if his arms are thin, light, meant for speed. You know what I mean? So it'll be a lot of quirk development there. But like he immediately pounces, like jaw breaks, like Shigaraki, like goodbye. Now you might be like, how does he know that he was here before they was here? Cats, and mainly cats is the best point of reference. They're known for being spiritual filters, and people that are or things that are able to clean up spiritual things. Okay, so they're able to do that type of stuff, right? So with that being said, I'm gonna say, and sometimes they're just running around through the house, period, just randomly. So I'm gonna say he sees the stuff, and so it allows him to like kind of know, and he's like, oh no, y'all got me played. So he drops, and I mean drops Shigaraki. Not kill him or anything like that, just like breaks this dude's jaw almost. And when he gets done with that, he literally goes into his cheetah and just blitzes everyone within like an instant, like just get it. And Azawa eventually catches on, and he's like, tell the students to watch the students jump. And he's folding people, but a lot less. Now we'll get into the point, he's folding a good amount of people. I'm not going to say that Kirigiri warps anyone, because like Deku blitzes back over there. And he's only able to like do max speed for like maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Cheetah can only go like their max speed for an unsaid amount of time because of their heart rate or whatever, but I'm gonna say Deku trained that up a little bit. Blood start beating too fast. And stuff. So he's like, and like he's just going fast. So when he's in this like cheetah kind of speed state, he talks faster. He's not cocky, but he kind of resembles a speedster, kind of in his whole, kind of ordeal. And he's like, Ida, he's like, go ahead and go, Ida. And like he hits Kurogiri and like his color thing with a little bit of the power, the feline power aspect or ratio, and like cracks that dude's thing, and then that makes him retreat back. So I'm gonna say this makes it to where like he's delayed on it. So I'm gonna say he sends out Minetto and Floppy, Froggy, Woggy, Oggy, Doggy, whatever her name is, Floppy. And they get sent out. I'm not going to say everyone gets sent out. I'm going to say most of that was prevented. And everybody was pretty much able to stay back and help. The pro hero that was with them, she gets taken out pretty much similar to Canon. Bakugo and Kirishima are trying to hold him back while Ida goes. Because their small, brief interaction was basically like, I'm faster than you, but I'm stronger than you, so I need to stay and fight. So you do your thing. So when they got transported, I'm going to say that Deku still got a little bit of time on his timer. And he immediately just like plows over there with like some incredible speed, just and immediately wanting to help them. But since it's a water, he's like, So while he's in the midst of the air, he's pretty much, I'm going to say he's like tip-tacking on water, which I'm not going to say he's fully like just so fast he's running on water. But I'm going to say that, oh, God, get off my cup. Get off my cup. Did I finish? Oh, okay, I finished it. I'm chilling. But I'm going to say that he's at least able to kind of skip on water, kind of like a rock. And then when, right before he does anything else, he's going to switch to a feline, which I don't know if this is true, but I saw it in a comment. So I'll believe it's true until I need to correct it. He changes into another feline that is able to swim pretty effectively. And so he does that and immediately just starts eating some of these villains. I'm not going to say he kills them per se, but I'm going to just say he takes one hell of a good bite on some, hey, only take one bite, say less. Scrumptious. And so he does that, and he just starts eating because he's hungry now. And these dudes taste like fish, even better. And these dudes are not knowing how to deal with this. And when he comes up, I don't know, something happened to his clothes. I'm just gonna say his clothes got ripped or like teared. He's not naked. He kind of kept transforming, and his body kind of kept changing shape. So he's got to make a different material for his outfit. He had a hero outfit, but I'm gonna say he was just too nostalgic and wanted to go with his mom's design for whatever reason. And he comes up and he's just like, all right, let's go. And his eyes are glowing extra green. I'm going to say, and then they're going to be like a greenish yellow since he's more of a feline. Because once he gets a taste for blood, his whole kind of demeanor changes. He said, let's go. Froppy, use your tongue to get both of us to shore. Or you basically fly over, let's go. And then they dip. And then what's the dude's name? Shigaraki does what he tries to do in canon, and he's about to go attack her or whatever. But I'm gonna say during this time, since Eraserhead didn't have to fight so many villains because Deku took care of some of them. I'm gonna say he's not as injured, so he's not nearly as injured as he was, or injured at all, because he wasn't caught off guard by the Nomu as quickly. So he was able to at least keep his distance. He wasn't able to really fight him because dude's pretty strong. And Deku sees that this dude is trying to, hit floppy or whatever. So he like immediately gets out his claws and like scratches. Remember, it has to be all his finger. So he scratches his hand. I'm gonna say it cuts off a couple of his fingers. This inherently won't play too much of a part later. Scratches it off, and then he like weaves past the hand and like punches this dude in the face again. But like this time it's doing a lot more damage. And this, I'm gonna say this puts him out for like a momentary moment. And this is gonna make him have kind of like a flashback of his past briefly. And then he switches to Shida mode and like grabs Azawa, throws him out of the way, and then like he breaks down and he's like, all right, I was saving this for Bakugo on some big body anime flow, but I'll guess I'll use it for you. He's like, you can see a whole bunch of energy gathering and his body is getting bigger, but like it's thin. It's like a slender body type. Then he's also like his whole anatomy looks like it's changing. He's like Feline transformation level 1. So he bulks up and he's pretty beefy. He's a big boy, all right, a thick boy, as y'all lame niggas like to say. And so he's stretching. He's like, all right. He's still flexible, but he's just not super. He's I got scared for a second. He's like not super fast or anything like that, but he's got some good speed on him. But this is more about power, because one of the things that Bakugo used to always say is like, you can hit me all you want, but if they don't do any damage, that means nothing. He's like, all right. And then All Might's like, be careful. He has a shock resistant quirk, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, if I want your advice, I would have asked, nigga. Anyway, so he immediately pounces with like top-notch speed. Speed not as fast as the cheetah, but a close third. And he immediately gets out his claws and just starts scratching at the Nomu, just scratching. It's fast, move. And he goes in for like what the blows he's going for are blows to disrupt the balance of the Nomu, right? But he's going at for a good speed. And he's like, and he's staying just out of the range of the Nomu while still moving around. And everyone's like, he's not doing it. Because the Nomu's just sitting there and like Deku is getting smacked around a little bit though. But remember now, he's more of on a tiger stature. He's kind of more on the beefier side, and he's like takes a stance, lion roar, and screams and shouts, and the Nomu's like ah. He's scared. He's not scared, more caught off guard. And with them being caught off guard, he don't know how to feel. And so he's like, That catches him off guard long enough for Deku to like rip an eye out. And I'm gonna say he's vicious because he's not stupid. All right, we come on now. He's finding someone dummy strong. He playing it smart, right? And he keeps like scratching, and it looks like he's losing. If you were watching this anime, he's like, all right. And steam's coming out. Deku's panting, blood's everywhere. He's just like, ugh. This transformation allowed him to be more on the feline side. And he's like, and since he did eat those fish quirk-like people, he's doing a lot better than he would have if he didn't eat them. So he takes another bite because, you know, he bites the Nomu, right? The Nomu's like, grabs the dude and just starts punching. And he's trying to block it. He's blocking it the best he can. And Nomu's like, ah! You know the Nomu's noise. Throws Deku. And Deku's like, yeah, stupid. No one saw that. And so that's kind of what he does. He actually spit it out, but he's bugging, all right? Just a little bit. I'm gonna say he eats what he eats, but he doesn't do this often. It's just, hey, villains, I'm gonna take a bite. I need to. It's one of the drawbacks of the Quirk. It kind of makes him more on the feline, more on the predatorial sense. He can't really control it. It's just one of the downsides. So yeah, that happens. Then we got it to where the Nomu like, yeah, Nomu don't say nothing, but the Nomu's like, yeah, I'm about to beat your ass. You come. Why am I on the ground? Nomu. He's like, stupid. I figured after when the beginning of the fight happened and he like took his eye out, that whole regenerate. He's like, all right, bet. So he was trying to figure it out. He did, first 2 scratches, he did it too deep. It did a little too much of a cutty cut, right? So I'm gonna say that the Quirk, the regeneration Quirk, has like a limit, right? It can't fully regenerate. It can't fully regenerate if you're not fully injured. Kind of like if you're immortal, so every time you die, you regenerate. So what if someone hit you, like broke your spine, but like just enough to paralyze you, and you can't, regenerate? Okay, yeah. So with that being said, Nomu's like, I'm gonna say he starts trying to forcefully regenerate. So what Deku does is he like reduces his muscles by a little bit, grabs Bakugo with like the quickness, and he's like, all right, get one of your gauntlets ready. He said, I'm gonna need both of them. Don't fail me now. Cuts the Nomu in half, right? Grabs it and like throws it up into the air. And while he's doing this, he's like starts like minching and like dicing the other half, trying to prevent it from recovering. So while Bakugo's trying to like steady his aim and scream, die, you ugly bastard! One explosion. He's like, all right, Kachan, now, hurry up and do it. He said, move out of the way, die! He said, don't blame me if you die. And then he does it, but he uses the Nomu like as it's regenerating with blood, just his nails are messed up and everything, and just boom. Everyone's like, Deku, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm gonna say Kodagiri leaves. He's getting ready to dip. All right, he was holding place or was able to be held off just long enough, and we're gonna have it to where that happens. And then Uraraka or I guess Kirishima was like, why would you do that, or something to that effect. And Deku, in a cat form, yow. And then Bakugo, I thought as much. You overused your quirk, didn't you? Meow. Yeah. All the girls, oh, it's so cute. They get temporarily distracted. The heroes pull up, All Might pulls up, all these niggas pull up. Shigaraki finally gets up, but the second he gets up, he's introduced with some things called lead and bullet. Not a fun aspect, okay? So with that being said, that happened, looks goofy, then he gets kicked and he leaves. All right, so we chilling. Then we'll move on to the whole thing, what happened, right? Bakugo remembered one time that they were trying to test out the quirk, and he said, there's this thing I want to try, but I know you're the only person I trust enough to give this a go. And if this does happen, you're gonna have to tell my mom I went off to train for a week somewhere. He's like, all right, what do you need me to do? I need you to try to kill me. He's like, what? Deku? Huh? Don't be playing games, Deku. You know I'm not in the mood for it. You better start You better start making sense, or I'm gonna make you make sense. Something like that, right? And he's kind of like, no, Kachan, listen. I don't mean it like that. What I mean is, And then they explain. So what happens is when he uses his power to an uncontrollable degree, he burns out, and his body basically as a save mechanism, give or take, it makes it to where he reverts back to a cat or turns into a cat. Remember all those cats? Yeah. He's able to do this 9 times in one day. So he could forcibly remove it and make it to where he's back human, which will, one, internally, each time he passes or whatever, it makes him, in theory, a lot stronger. But the problem is when he reverts back from the transformation forcefully, he is more, once again, more feline. He is more cat-like, and he's more aggressive, more predatorial, more dominant. It's he gains the power for a short brief of time. Not really short. He gains the power. It's a power-up, but it comes with a drawback. Is he loses he gets more and more further away from his humanity, kind of similar to the Berserk Dog or Wild Dog or whatever. He's still in control, but it's just, let's say he got all the way to the last one. He'd be an unrecognizable, he'll be like an unstoppable, ooh, that's a big one. He'll be an unstoppable force, but the level of control would be like if. He'd be able to, go toe to toe with like a really strong person and do some really good damage, but he'll basically be a cat person for a good little minute. Like, he's not converting back for a while. But so it's like the downside is he's stuck like that, and he might not be able to fully put sentences together, and he's still able to think and do things, but just speaking and I am here, like meow or meow, meow. I'm here to meow. What can I meow for you today? It's not as good as it sounds. And so if he doesn't force it, and then after he's stuck there for a while, he can be in this form, but he will revert back to a kitty cat. And if he dies 9 times as a kitty cat, he's kind of screwed. And while he's in a kitty cat state, he's kind of useless as a hero. So he's in a cat state. Basically, the villains leave, and everyone's like, what happened? When he either dies or overuses his quirk, and depending, like, since he uses that transformation and it wasn't a fully tested out thing yet, and he had to use it to such a high degree because he had to use it to its utmost abilities, pushing it in areas it shouldn't have been pushed in. If it was a more refined transformation or the transformation he chose, he could have used speed and agility, but he also needed the power to actually scratch and cut through the Nomu to see where the point of weakness was. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, he's just looking kind of goofy. So he's a cat now. There's nothing he can do. He's just meow. And so I'll say, I'll leave this one down in the comments. Who will take care of Cat Deku? All right. I'm not going to put a poll or anything, but I'm literally will be in the comment section fiending and looking for it, because whoever you choose, I'm going to say that we make it to where it's we're going to make it to where it's a ship. So whoever you choose, if it's Uraraka, Momo, Floppy, if it's anyone, whoever y'all say will be the person that will ship, okay? If it's a female. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry for the longer video. Y'all have a good one.